I'm Ian Henry. Welcome to a new episode of Discover the District. In April, the Seattle Times published a front-page story on the Mercer Island School District leading the way in Washington State in retraining teachers to improve student literacy using a structured literacy approach called LETRS. LETRS is an acronym for Language Essentials for Teachers of Reading and Spelling. Nova Williams, a director of learning services with the district, was featured in the photo on the front page of the Times and was quoted extensively in the story. For this episode, we're going to chat with Nova about the district's use of LETRS and what she thought when she saw herself on the front page of the Seattle Times.
So on the cover of the Seattle Times, you're front and center. You're leading a teaching for teachers. How is that process? What is it that you are doing in these settings for our teachers?
So we started this 3 years ago with our kindergarten teachers and training them in units 1 through 4 of LETRS. So what that really is, LETRS stands for Language Essentials for Teachers of Reading and Spelling. Units 1 through 4 are the foundations of reading. So they talk about the brain research and the evidence behind what it is that we should be doing instructionally to support our readers. And it also provides some instructional application to that. So it gives teachers some assessments that they can use, and it gives teachers methodologies that they can use in their classrooms to support learners.
Why did we begin this work with the teachers?
Yeah, we began this work ages ago just because it's best practice, and then we continue it because it's best practice, and now we have the legal element to that as well to make sure that our teachers have what they need. Unfortunately, not all teachers come to us having gotten a lot of this content in their undergrad, which is unfortunate, but it is part of what happens. So I think we'll always carry a bit of the burden in making sure that teachers have a common knowledge to work from as instructors of our children.
Real quick, you mentioned the legal aspect. What is that we're complying with as the district?
Yeah, the legal aspect is based in the new legislation around screening for areas of weakness associated with dyslexia. So to be clear, we aren't diagnosing children with dyslexia as a part of this process. What we are doing is identifying students who have needs that need to be filled. And that work happens instructionally in the gen ed space in an effort to make sure that we fill those gaps as quickly as possible, because research tells us that if we do that earlier, we have greater success and need less intervention.
How does the instruction to the teachers translate to the classroom?
The instruction that translates, for example, using those vowel and consonant charts that they're working on there, they are articulation of English speech sounds, and those transfer directly to reading skills. So that's one identification that transfers to what they use in the classroom. All of the LETRS routines that they get, including the general phonics lesson plan and some of the other things that they get out of that, transfer to their classrooms directly with or without the curricular tool. So it doesn't matter what tool they're using, they can still apply those.
Where's this work headed?
I think that my hope is that certainly we will wrap up the training with our K-5 staff. Additionally, we hope to start looping in some of our middle and high school staff so that they can get a layer of that as well. And we have, as internal facilitators, myself, we also have been training some additional internal facilitators to allow for a sustainability plan for the district, so that no matter if 1 or 2 people leave, we still have ongoing knowledge about this and how to implement and continue running those cohorts.
For LETRS, how is it funded?
I can tell you that I work with lots of other districts do this. I do this training nationally as well, and one of the things that other districts have is a robust set of funds out of like Title I and things like that. Mercer Island School District doesn't get those kinds of funds by nature of our system, and so we rely very heavily on our school's foundation to support that, and they have been wonderful in helping support that in conjunction with some of our other funding to make this happen, because it is not a cheap process, and certainly we want to make sure that it is effective and successful, so we provide teachers some of the tools that go along with the training to help support them in the long run and not just one-off trainings.
A photographer came out,
Yeah.
took photos of you teaching. How was that experience of just hearing the shutter click and having the photographer follow you around? And was it a little bit disconcerting?
It wasn't really disconcerting. Because you're used to sort of being up there in front of everyone doing your thing. But it was, you heard it in the background as she's clicking. She took lots and lots and lots of photos. So there were a couple times when I had to think, and try to process through what I was trying to say out loud to the group for the knowledge that they needed while also hearing all of her clicks. So it was just really funny to listen to, and the teachers after she left were we're all sort of laughing about it because of just the experience in general. It was very different than anything we'd experienced as a team before.
Your husband, your daughter,
Yeah.
what did they have to say about seeing, Scarlett seeing mommy on the front page of the paper?
Yeah, my husband is a man of few words, so I think his response was, cool. And then Scarlett saw it. Scarlett is 3 and some change, and she saw it, and I said, who's that on the cover of the paper? And she said, Mommy. Good job, Mommy. So that was funny.
I think I would echo her. Good job from
thank
everyone in
you.
the district.
Yeah, it's it's really not just me. It is frankly more our teachers than it is me. I've done a lot of the back work, but they're really the ones who need to be celebrated because they are spectacular educators, and we're lucky.
I agree with Nova. We're lucky in this district to have such great teachers. Thanks to Nova Williams for joining us. We'll see you next time.